When you start a conversation, all of a sudden it's really this is going we're just talking about it. But it was really kind of special. It's fun to tell kids. Sometimes I get asked to go
I'm Ann Johnson. I'm a part of the Muleshoe Art Association. We want to welcome all of you to our show. This is our annual show. We would like to introduce Scott Blazek, and he has been our judge, and he's been really good to work with, and we've really
My pleasure.
enjoyed it. We want to congratulate everybody that brought in pieces of work. We had all kinds. We even had some new type of things that we've not had before. We may have to open up some new categories, so that's good. And anybody that's not a member of our art club that would like to come in and join, we would love to have you. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the program over to Scott. And this is Jackie Hinderlatter, and she's going to give out our awards. So, ready?
Okay, should I make a couple of comments first?
Okay.
First of all, I want to thank the Muleshoe Art Association for giving me the honor, privilege to come and view the work and to impose my opinions of sorts. I will say this, I thought I'd come here, and especially when they said, we got about 70 pieces, I thought, well, I could do this in an hour. It took a little longer than an hour. I really walked around a number of times, and I think overall my impression is that there was a high quality of work. It was good variety. Also had to kind of digest the categories because there was a lot of pieces in both oil and acrylic, although I think there's very many more oils than acrylic, but acrylic were also in there. A number of entries in that category, and then other categories were a little smaller, you know, fewer entries. So trying to kind of sort through all of that, overall, it was hard. It was a challenge. And the two ladies who were kind of here assisting me, showing me where the categories were and putting the ribbons, they said, well, we're glad it's not our job, it's your job. So, but it's kind of like the, as I say, it's kind of like the umpire behind the home plate. You know, he calls the balls and the strikes, and you got to just kind of go with it. So, it was. This is a fine show. It's a nice show. I enjoyed it. I heard other people say they just like walking around looking at things. I think I've probably walked around this center area maybe 3 or 4 or 5 times, just kind of taking it all in and trying to see what kind of emerged as pieces. It really was hard. And then also, some of you, in fact, I just was talking to a lady who didn't seem to be aware of this, that Muleshoe Art Association has a little bit of a stipulation that they've been working with for the last few years, and that is you can't like give first and second place to the same person. They want to kind of spread it out and have more people place. And so I can appreciate that, and actually it helped me out a little bit because not knowing everybody, and I really wasn't trying to look at any of the names or any of the signatures, I was trying to be objective. But once in a while they say, well, that person already has a ribbon. So I go, oh, okay, so I pass you know, an award on to someone else. So we kind of spread it out and share it a little bit that way. Kind of what I said at our Pintoris Art League exhibit that we had a week or so ago over at the Clovis Community College Commons area is that whether you got a ribbon or not, the important thing of an art association, what we appreciate over in Clovis and over here in Muleshoe, and I think any art association, is it's nice to win a ribbon, certainly nice to get a little cash award, but the important thing is that this is a time for you as artists with your expressions to share your work with the public and with fellow artists, so they can see what you do, you can see what they do, you can kind of do a little comparison, learning from each other. So at least once a year, bring your stuff out and show it off, you know, so people can see it. And that, I think, is so very, very important. I mean, why, you know, I mean, it's kind of like writing a poem and nobody ever reads it or never hears it, you know, you've got to share it. That's what the whole thing is. So, so congratulations to everybody, as Ann had just said. And I think we've got the ribbons and the awards here. I don't know just what your procedure or expectations are. If you want me to comment on the categories, it'll be hard to do, but I could maybe make a comment or two. But I thought maybe we could just invite all 3 people or 2 people or whatever up. We'll just bring them up here so we can see who they are, and maybe they can talk a little bit about what they did. And then if you want to applaud or something, we can do the whole group, or, you know. So, so what we have first is oils. And we have, Lois is not here. Did I not see Lois Snyder? No. And Paul Stevens, is he not here?
No, but I'll take it.
You'll take it for Paul, okay? And then this gentleman's here, Reagan Cox. That's for Paul Stevens. Okay, where is Reagan? Here he is over here. Okay, congratulations. Okay. And Lois had first place in oils, which is this piece right here. And Reagan, yours was...
It's on the other side.
It's on the other side. It's on the other side. Very nice piece. And oops, I gave you the wrong one.
Okay.
There we go. And Lois, and who was the second place was Mr. Stevens, right? And his piece is also on this other side over here, which is a landscape of the desert. Okay, next category is watercolor, and we have Sandra Chansey in first place, Ann Johnson in second place, and Joy Simon in third. Where's Joy? There she is. Okay, so here are the three ladies. Congratulations to each and every one. Here's yours, Joy.
Thank you.
Here's Ann's.
Thank you.
And here's Sandra.
Thank you.
And it's kind of funny when we're putting the ribbons out. I didn't know that they had done the pieces that I selected. They weren't signed. I had no idea. And when I said, this one gets the blue ribbon, and Sandra got this really funny look on her face. I'm like, you don't like my choice? She goes, no, that's mine. Okay, so I didn't know who it was. It was anonymous. Okay, and then we are going to miscellaneous. Oh, this was a challenge. That's that group right over back here. And mainly in the miscellaneous is photography and three-dimensional. And there's one beautiful necklace over there too, and furniture. It's furniture. So it was a little bit of a challenge doing these very distinct pieces all kind of put together. But we had to do it, and so let's see. First place was Melba Bratcher. Is Melba here? This is Melba, that's right, okay. And congratulations, that's first place. Second place was Kevin Smith. Is he here?
Kevin's not here.
Okay, and then third place is Alice Lyles, is that right?
Yes.
Well, this is Alice, okay.
This is
Right, okay, and so let's give them a hand for really wonderful work. We did also hand out a few honorable mentions, and that I think is a way of helping the judge keep his sanity or her sanity, because you go, I really want to give some other ribbons out here. So I know a lot of times people think, well, it's just an honorable mention, but I could have handed out honorable mentions to just about every piece here. It just was a really fine show. The next category is miniature, which I understand was a new category, right? And some very excellent little pieces right over here in this back corner.
Excellent.
And what we have in first place is Misty Wilbur. Is
My daughter.
That's your daughter, okay.
Oh,
And then second place miniature is Marie Tidwell.
Right here.
That's you, ma'am, okay, very good. And then the third place is that?
We didn't do a third.
Oh, okay,
That's the one
we
we
didn't do a third, that's right, you're right, okay. Okay, that's that. Put that at the bottom there. Okay, all right, so for these ladies, let's, I really enjoyed these pieces over here. They were all just super pieces.
Wonderful.
Yes, indeed. Okay, and then we have,
That's it.
but this is the last one then, right?
Yes.
Because those other people weren't here.
Right.
Okay. And I didn't know exactly how to go about this. Sometimes when I've been in a position of this sort, I walk through the whole exhibit and then just one piece just jumps out at you. And you go, that's best to show.
That's it.
That's best to show. And then sometimes you want to walk through and give each category their own respective first place, blue ribbon, and then maybe go back and pick one of those. And it kind of, it just wasn't working for me. It didn't. And I had the blue ribbons out, and I looked at all the blue ribbons, and I'm going like, how do I pick one of those out of all the rest? I mean, they're all kind of on a high plane, but they're kind of equal. They're kind of equal in their own right to each other. So, and I kept looking over in that corner over there. And so I asked them, I said, look, this thing about the student category, I understand, was not exactly planned. But there's one piece I just keep wanting to go look at. It just draws you in. And then when I get the story about who the artist is, I go, you gotta be kidding. So, best to show, also got first place. Did we read those off? We didn't read those off, did we, the students? Not specifically. But anyway, and we got a little flack on this 2 years ago at our exhibit. We asked another person to come and judge, and we had we had like a lot of student entries and what we call professional experience artists. And we told the judge, you can pick whoever you want, and the judge picked a student piece for Best of Show. And it put all of us so-called experienced artists in our place. That was not what I was trying to do here. It's just, anyway, Best of Show goes to Alexis Lambert. And you're representing her?
Yes, I am. She's in school.
And you want to tell us a little bit about her. Come on over here.
I would like to tell about Alexis. She is a 9-year-old girl, and she did that. This is her first show. She is a junior Girl Scout in my Girl Scout troop. Special little girl. This is her picture, and yeah, that's the information
Yeah, come
on
on,
her.
bring that up here. Sure.
Oh, thank you.
Come sweet,
And
swing around over this
so.
way.
This is her first time to enter anything. At home, she had just been doing pencil work and stuff, but she loved art. And I asked her, do something for the show. And when she lives with her grandparents, her grandmother brought it by Friday night, and I was blown away because I didn't expect her to do, I didn't know what to expect, but I'm glad to represent Alexis. She's in school. And I didn't know her. I would try to have gotten her out. But anyway, I'm Nelda Mary, and I work with the Girl Scouts. And so she's a special little girl, and I think you'll hear from her again. And I want to thank you so much. Just about makes me cry because this little girl is special to me.
Let's, in her absenteeism, we'll share the
Anyway, she was born in Italy. Her dad was in the Air Force. And so she's kind of an exceptional little girl in what she does, and she'll be thrilled to death. I've got to go call the grandmother because she works in Clovis and couldn't be here. So thank you again very much, and I think we'll see great things from Alexis down the way.
Look forward to seeing her in other exhibits.
Oh, well, I think she will, because this is her passion. Her grandmother had pictures of her laying down in the floor doing this picture as it progressed. So we know that Alexis did that at 9. So I told her I want to buy one before she gets famous. So.
If I can just add another thing about this, what blows me away, and of course, I asked the people who were assisting, Sandra and Ann, I said, now everything in here is supposed to be original, right? You can do your own photography, use your own resources, but not copy work. And Sandra said, yeah, that's basically the understanding. And I'm just being amazed at this piece, because I know children, they're learning and they kind of use copy work and they copy things they see and so forth. But I kept looking at this horse, and even apart from it being a child, as I kind of mentioned, that even Picasso, when you look at his early work, it's very realistic, it's very representational. He knew his anatomy. Then he goes off into his crazy stuff, and that's fine. But he knew his basic ABCs of design and principle and drawing and anatomy. And when I look at that horse, I just, that has got such a sophistication it's done in a stylized way, but for the way the neck bends over, the angle of the head, even a little bit of tilt of the head with the eye showing over here, it's just incredible. It shows such a kind of a master approach to stylizing a creature and putting character into it. I'm just blown away. If this is the work of a 9-year-old, and if she wasn't just copying this, but even apart from that, just the colors and the treatments all the way through is just, not trying to take anything away from any other artist in this room, but this is this is just kind of, it's kind of like beyond words. It's amazing.
Thank you so much, and I'm thrilled. She's a good hard worker. We cleaned the yard for people on Saturday. We just had a ball together. She's just a little girl, but she's very talented.
There we go.
And I thank you all very much.
Thanks for representing us.
Thank you.
maybe, I don't know, at this point, as I warned somebody, I said, you know, I'm a preacher, so I could get kind of long-winded here, but maybe it's enough is said. And does anybody have any questions, or I don't know if you have Q&A? Yes, ma'am.
Why did you not do pastels?
Oh, we skipped that, the pastels.
We
Oh,
didn't have enough
you
to
explain it.
make.
There you go.
We had
Let's see.
2 in the category, and you're supposed to have quite a few more to choose from. So we just gave ribbons, no money, yeah.
A lot of exhibits, they'll say that they need a certain number of
Usually
entries
10.
for the category to make.
Oh, we did
And,
6.
yeah, so, but the pieces were nice, and we decided to go ahead and at least honor them with ribbons. But, I mean, it's not the fault of the artist that the category doesn't make, but we've seen that time and again where, you know, we need at least 6 or 7 pieces. And some exhibits, they just won't give any ribbons because we didn't get enough in that category. So you almost kind of have to read the small print, and each organization, each association may have their certain standards of their limits.
Do you have a pastel association here?
No, it's just all
Good question, though. Thank you.
art club.
Somebody ought to start it.
Anybody else? Anybody else have any other comments or questions? I have a chapel service to do at a nursing home at 2:30 in Clovis. But if you have any questions about any particular critiques, I could almost go through each of the categories and make a few comments about this and that. Sandra and Ann got the benefits of that as I was going around. But I'll stay for a few moments if you have any questions about any particular pieces, okay? So, other than that, thank you all for coming. Thank you again for the honor to participate in this. Hey, you know, what is it that John Muir wears on his shirt? Without art, Earth is eh.
I've
You
never
ever see
heard
that? Take out the ART and all you got is EH. So we thank y'all for making a statement with your visuals, and we appreciate that. So thanks for coming.
Thank you.
We'd like for you to stay and have refreshments, and there are a lot of the artists that are here if you want to stay and talk to them about their own work. We'd love for you to stay. We thank you for coming.
Okay.
I think you did.